Highest common factor. There are two ways in which we can factorize in order to get the highest common factor. The first way that we can do this is to use the list method, and the second way is to use prime factorization. So I'm going to show you the list method for question number 2, which is 27 and 54. And what we're doing here is we're going to do the factors of 27. So 1 times 27 gives me 27. 3 times 9 gives me 27. And those are the four factors that are available for 27. Notice that these are not prime factors. They are just factors. So prime and composite numbers. Let's do the same for 54. So it's 1 times 54. It's 2 times 27 and 6 times 9. So these are the available numbers for 54. Now when we are looking, if we look at the number 27, the highest number you got for 27 is 27. You cannot multiply 28 by anything to get 27. The highest number you can multiply is 27 multiplied by 1. So we're looking for the highest common factor. We're looking for the factor that they both have in common, which is the highest. So I'm going to highlight the numbers they have in common. They both have 1, and they both have 9, and they both have 27. But the one that is the highest on both is 27. So the highest common factor for 27 and 54 is 27. That's the answer. Let's do the exact same sum, but we're going to use prime factorization. Now, you need to know how to do this because a lot of your questions are going to say use prime factorization. So you have to be able to use this method, especially this here. So if I use the ladder method, I can say 27 and 54. So 27 divided by 3 gives me 9, divided by 3 gives me 3, divided by 3 gives me 1. So the factors of 27 are going to be 3 times 3 times 3. 54 is going to be 54 divided by 2 gives me 27. And then, because it's the same 27, I'm going to do 3, 9, 3, 3, 3, 1. Okay, so 54 and 27. 54 starts with 2, then it's 3 times 3 times 3, and 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. Now, when I'm looking at the highest common factor, I am going to say these are in common, these are in common, and these are in common. So my highest common factor is 3 times 3, which is 9, times 3, which is 27. If I use this top diagram here, I can say this and this goes together, this and this goes together, and this and this goes together to get my 3, 9, and 27. So from here on out, I'm only going to use prime factorization because that's the one you're going to be examined on. But there are two ways of doing this. If you use the first way and they ask for prime factorization, you will lose marks. Let's do another one. Let's do question 6, which is 32 and 48. So if I say 32, factors of 32 and factors of 48, I am going to say divide by 2 gives me 16, divide by 2 gives me 8, divide by 2 gives me 4, divide by 2 gives me 2, divide by 2. Hold on, my things are skew. Over here, okay. 2 there gives me 4, 2 there gives me 2, 2 there gives me 1. The end. 48 divided by 2 gives me 24, divide by 2 gives me 12, divide by 2 gives me 6, divide by 2 gives me 3, divide by 3 gives me 1. So what do they have in common? 2 times 2 times 2 times, let's go orange, 2. Notice the 3 and the 2 are not the same, so I don't take that into account. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. So my highest common factor is 16. So I notice the colors that I use. If they are the same, I give them one color and I change all my colors. Let's do another one. Let's see, we can do question 4, 30, 63 and 84. Okay, so 63 and 84. Divide by 3 gives me 21. Divide by 3 gives me 7. Divide by 7 gives me 1. Prime factorization. 84. Divide by 2 gives me 42. Divide by 2 gives me 21. Divide by 3 gives me 7. Divide by, not 3, 7. Divide by 7 gives me 1. Common factors. I have a 3 here and a 3 there. I have a 7 and a 7. So I'm going to say highest common factor is equal to 3 times 7, which is 21. Let's do question 8, 54 and 72. Okay, we can do it here. 54 and 72. I think my line is too long. Okay, 54 and 72. 54 divide by 2 gives me 27. Divide by 3 gives me 9. Divide by 3 gives me 3. Divide by 3 gives me 1. 72 divide by 2 gives me 36. Divide by 2 gives me 18. Divide by 2 gives me 9. Divide by 3 gives me 3. Divide by 3 gives me 1. Common factors. I have a 2 and a 2. I have a 3 and a 3. I have a 3 and a 3. And that's it. So my highest common factor is going to be 2 times 3, which is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. And let's do one more. 35, 49, 84. 35, 49, and 84. Okay. 35. I'm going to start by divide by 5, which gives me 7. Divide by 7 gives me 1. 49 divided by 7 gives me 7. Divide by 7 gives me 1. 84 divided by 2 gives me 42. Divide by 2 gives me 21. Divide by 7 gives me 3. No, divide by 3 first. 7, 3, okay. With 7, it gives me 3. And then divide by 3 gives me 1. Okay. So what I did is correct. I prefer to go in order, so I'd normally divide by 3 before 7, but it's not wrong. So let's see, what do they have in common? I have 5, 7 here. I've got 7, 7. I've got 2, 2, 7, 3. I've got a 7 and a 7 and a 7. And that's the only common factor that they have, which is 7, because 5 is not repeated. And since this one is out, they're all out. So my highest common factor is 7. All right, I hope this video helped you. I hope you understand how to do this. If you have any questions, please send me a text message and I will answer you. Otherwise, I'll see you in class. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notifications of all future videos. Have a great day. Bye-bye.